there it is. 5 seconds. I saw you fixing your.
I got a little safety pin in there just so.
So it's not even February, dude, and you're already wearing the.
I'm feeling the
heart.
love. Yeah, it's cute. I can wear it anyway, right?
Oh, I know you're. Thank you, Miss Betty. Huh? There's not much in it. Oh, it's the Gator. I put a little bit. Oh, that'll work for now. Okay. Thank you, Miss Betty. So how many heart and pink and red outfits are we gonna see till?
Well, I'll probably wear this one a couple of times before I return it.
And you had a safety pin in the top. I see that.
It was a little low.
Little low. Yeah, keep it classy. You look pretty though.
Thank you.
As always.
Thank you. I got a lot of compliments on this sweater this morning while I was out and about.
Man, when you spend 3 hours of your morning getting ready.
Shut your mouth. I did not.
Well, first of all, I'm very excited because our friends at Aztec Chevrolet are coming on for another season.
Yes.
So you guys have done your jobs by giving Aztec Chevrolet some love. Thank you so much, guys. And again, to all the folks, fine folks at Aztec Chevrolet, thank you so much for everything that you guys have done for me and my wife. And we are greatly appreciated. And so is Rick. Rick is, a partner and a teammate with us. And we work very hard to make Aztec Chevrolet happy. And it seems like we have.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited about that.
I think we might have to make another commercial.
Yes, and oldsaltcoffee.com. Every bag of coffee you buy with the code Trevino 10.
That part's important. They have to put that in.
Trevino 10, Trevino 10, the number 10, 10. You will get a bag of coffee, and then you will give Helicopters for Heroes $1. My goal is 1,000 people a month. Come on, guys. Yep. Let's give these veterans. And by the way, anybody from San Antonio that's listening, today I will be at the rodeo.
The San Antonio rodeo is going on right now.
Yes, Helicopters for Heroes has a barbecue team.
Yes.
And I will be there to supervise.
And there's kiddos. Apparently there's like a kiddo cooking competition. No, there's a kiddo cooking competition too.
Oh.
And Jake's girls are cooking in the kiddo competition.
Oh, so good luck to them. And I will be tasting everything just to make sure it tastes exactly the way it's supposed to taste. I will be the official Fat Boy taste tester. I have a lot on my mind today.
Do you?
I finally got rid of your desk and the table.
You did? Where did it go?
It went to Longhorn in Aggie Land. You know him?
Yes.
He always comments, and we're always so appreciative of him.
Okay.
And so he
There's a couple of them now, I think, that use that hashtag.
I don't know. Well, he hit me up first, and it's first come, first serve.
Yeah.
And then I got like 6, 7 others. And I was like, sorry, guys.
Yeah.
It's spoken for. So he came over yesterday. I wasn't here. Miss Betty helped him. And then there was a moment, because Miss Betty was like, behind the scenes, Betty, she goes, hey, I'm here. They're here. They're going to be here to pick up the thing. And I go, well, go ahead and give them the table that's back there too. And then she's like, okay. And then there was a little bit of me that was like, oh man, I left her in the barn by herself with 2 grown men.
Oh no, I thought you were going to say, but maybe we should keep the table. I thought maybe there was like a little bit of a hoarder in you. Out. That's what I thought you were going to say.
No, get it gone. So I just want to thank him for coming out and being so sweet to behind the scenes Betty and helping me get Renee's hoarder bullshit.
They got to send me pictures with what they do with it. If they like DIY it and rehab it.
Well, and then he hit me up today. He goes, hey man, there's an envelope of pictures in there. I'll mail them to you. So apparently we left some stuff.
In the desk.
In the desk. So
I wonder what the pictures were.
Well, if I was smart, I would have left him like a little thank you, or, I should have done something like that. But
yeah.
We're doing it here. Thank you very much. And then so many people. So.
What? I haven't read the comments the last couple of weeks because I know we've been going back and forth.
She doesn't care.
No, because I know we've been going back and forth, and I knew you would read them, and you would catch me up, and you would tell me what the tally is and what the score is.
So first of all, Rick was like, dude, they want. So the big debate is between me against Renae and Rick and Gigi.
No, it is not an against. You make it very adversarial when you phrase it that way.
I'm saying that you guys are voting for more segments. I am voting for more free-form conversation.
Yeah.
And I think that we have gotten a more free-form conversation, and and people said yes, a guest, but very quickly.
Yes, what?
Yes, a guest, but make it very quickly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But Rick, and he's about to chime in. Rick is saying that we got a lot of more segments, and I don't believe him. I read them too.
No, Rick, I'll let you speak for yourself.
Rick, you there?
Yeah.
So
Rick's playing it safe.
No,
I'm ready to chime in.
Go ahead, chime in.
Rick doesn't want to have to scrap another episode.
You got to give the fans what they want.
And they want free form conversation.
I think we're reading different social medias.
Okay, so look, I think that we should put. You know how you can do a poll on Instagram? Uh-huh. We'll settle it right there.
In the Insta stories?
We will put a poll in the Insta stories on Monday morning. Uh-huh. Or no, Friday morning.
Okay.
Because that's when the podcast airs.
Yeah.
Or Friday afternoon to give people a chance to watch.
Yeah.
And we'll see what the polls say.
Okay.
Oh, wait till you see the design of it. The produced podcast is going to be designed all up, and then your sad-looking photos too.
Very aggressive, Rick. Very aggressive. But I also found it very interesting that there were several people that were like, man, I really wanted to see the scrapped episode.
Yeah.
The scrapped episode, and I think that Renae and I are in a good place, and we're in a good mood. Renae has hearts all over her sweater.
I'm not feeling particularly bitchy this morning.
The reason that we got into it is because I was having an issue with we had somebody over, and
I'm like, I don't even remember what it was.
Every time we would have a conversation, in the middle of me talking, Renae would jump in. And that night before, I would just take it, and I'm like, all right, well, let her talk, and then I would talk, and then you would jump in and interrupt again, and I took it, and then it was several times, and then in the morning when I woke up, I lost it because you did it to me again, and I lost it all. And when I say lose it, we're not like, we don't freaking yell at the top of our lungs. We are, very. Is it aggressive a little bit? Yes, but it's not like,
No, but this is torture. Having to relive it for the third, fourth, or fifth time.
Let me put it to you this way.
Nothing
the way my dad and Miss Dora used to fight. Yeah. I used to watch them fight, and it was like, crazy, right?
Okay.
So I in the morning I said, hey, you did it to me all last night. You're doing it to me now. I would appreciate it if you didn't freaking jump all over my conversation. And by the way, sometimes she's in the kitchen. The living room is all connected. So I'm in the living room having a conversation with our friend. She's in the kitchen and she's interrupting from there. And she's not even in the conversation, right? So that was the big discussion we had. And I don't know if you guys I
feel like the woman on our live podcast when her husband's like 20 years ago.
No, I'm merely bringing it up because people wanted to see. And the problem was that I was sick. I was grumpy. Uh-huh. I got on in the morning. I was done with it. I was ready to do the podcast. And then this one over here goes, well, somebody's grumpy this morning because I interrupted him. And I'm like, ooh, bitch, here we go. Right. So, and I thought that we had somewhat turned it around at the end. And Rick goes, man, I was ready to scrap it at one point.
Rick was going to stop us in the middle of it.
And go, hey, guys.
Yeah.
Stop. But that's what and again.
Which he should have, because we scrapped it anyway. It would have saved us the second half of the episode.
But I think I think that we are lucky that ultimately
that we have Rick and he's really patient with us.
Yes, thank God for Rick and Gigi. But no, I think ultimately that me and you do care about each other enough that we do hear each other out and we try our best to be better.
Yeah, sure. I let you say that whole thing without interrupting you once.
Good, because you didn't want to say because when we're on the podcast, Renae's always, and that's the difference. Because Renae goes, Renae goes,
put her hand over my
Renae
mouth.
Renae goes. I just, you looked bad. And I'm like, that's because when I get on this podcast, I'm never thinking, my guard is never up as to, I want to make sure that I look good all the time. You are.
No. No, I think the truth is something about doing it in our house makes it feel very natural and casual. We run in here, we knock it out, and we go about our day, and I think that helps. But I just, you were in a bad mood, and
I will agree.
So
yes.
you know what it is? So many of the comments that we get from people say, "You make me laugh, you make my day." And so they're naturally, I think we strive to continue to meet that expectation. And I just feel like us getting here in a bad mood and bickering is not helping anyone's day.
No, I think it does. And I mean, I think that part of our appeal is that we are very honest on this podcast, and we are very real, and we have real discussion like we're having right now. I mean, it's a real discussion of, hey, I was upset because you were constantly interrupting me during a conversation. And I think that gives people the opportunity to go, oh, we go through that too, right? Either my husband does it to me, or the husband going, oh, she does it to me, right? And I think it gives people the opportunity to go, hey, here's a real couple with their guard down.
Yeah.
Coupledom
is hard. I think it's natural to annoy the shit out of each other at some point.
But I think that's also why podcasting is attractive, right? You watch, sometimes because I'm watching the news or something in the morning, what is his name? Ryan Seacrest and
Kelly Ripa
come on. And it's very clearly, it's TV time. And it's very clear that they're trying to, and I think that's what makes, our podcast attractive, and podcasting in general attractive, is that we're not on here being network television.
Yeah.
And Kelly and look, I think those people are great. I'm sure they're wonderful people, but when they get on, it's, we've got a TV show to deliver.
Yeah. We don't have to deal with standards and practices. All we're concerned about is Facebook.
Oh my God. We would have been canceled the first fuck, but again, I think that's what makes this open discussion that me and you have weekly attractive, is that we do let our guard down. And in my opinion, I would have been okay putting it out there because I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
I'm not perfect, and I do get grumpy, and I make mistakes. And, did I handle it that morning in the best way? Probably not.
Yeah.
But the wound was fresh.
Yeah.
And then you walked in here and you're like, let me pour some
battery acid on it.
Yeah. Let me pour some battery acid on it and start some shit on the podcast. So, would I have looked a little bad? Maybe. But I think people know where my heart is. And they know that, and they know that me and you
it's
are.
on my sleeve.
Oh, is that a keeper or is that a rental?
This is a rental. It is a rental.
And then another thing I want to throw out there is the conversation of Patreon keeps coming up. Now, if you don't know what Patreon is, it is a subscription-based situation where you would get extras.
I brought it up a long time ago and you shit on it.
I have such a hard time with it because I want everybody to have access. I want everybody to see it. So we're really trying to come up with, number one, is there a appetite for it?
Yeah.
Do people want? Because what I will tell you is that no matter what,
we got to explain to what Patreon is for people who don't know some people.
Patreon is that you subscribe to our Patreon, you pay a couple bucks a month, whatever we decide that is, and then you get extra.
It's like the new version of the old school fan club.
It's like a fan club, right? So my thing is that I don't ever want to not offer what we do to anybody and everybody, right? And I don't want it to become, but at the same time, it's like, man, if we're going to deliver extra, it becomes very difficult.
Well, it's work. And then two, there's only so many places and ways to put it out, right? Before you start diluting the other stuff that you're putting out on that channel. So you need another delivery system.
Well, and with that, and I also know that because of YouTube or Facebook or any of these, you will hear ads, right? So, I'll watch it sometimes on YouTube because I'm on the road or whatever. Then all of a sudden there's like 5 commercials that pop up, and then you have to wait and skip ad. And that's kind of annoying, on top of the sponsors that actually take care of us, So I just want to know if anybody has the appetite for it. Are there people that listen to our podcast that go, yes, Not only do we want the 40 minutes that you guys do, and that's another thing. Some people are like, hey man, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, that's perfect for us. We love that. And then there's other people that go, man, we can listen to you guys forever. Go forever. Well, we're trying to meet in the middle. So maybe this is one of those situations where no matter what, you get the 50 minutes, but you go to Patreon and now you get to see the new merchandise, because now we're coming out with new merchandise.
Yeah.
You get to see the merchandise first. Or you also get to, and my thinking, because I love you so much, is in the Patreon, not only do you get the extended version of our podcast, but then you and Betty would do a behind the scenes podcast every single week, where now we're really getting into, the tour of our home. Because then we feel like, well, the people that want to see this really want to see it, right?
Yeah.
And right now you're buying furniture for the living room, taking them on that adventure together, and you having your own little thing that is also attached to me because it's our home and our things. And
that's where it all comes from.
so those are kind of some of the things that I'm thinking about in my head that would add value.
Yeah.
If somebody was willing to do that. So that's
I'm
another
curious
one.
if people who watch are already doing Patreon with other people.
Oh, that's another thing. Yeah. Are you doing Patreon with other people? And again, making it a minimal cost.
Yeah.
Right? Not going nuts. I mean, we're not talking Netflix subscription here. We're just talking a couple bucks.
Yeah.
$25 a year, and you get extra Trevino.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a video of my legs so that you always have it. You always have it. When you're in need of the leg show, you're like, I'm going to my Patreon because I know I can see.
Because the leg show's pinned at the top.
I'm also very proud of myself. Speaking of leg show, I finally got to the point, and it was about a week before New Year's Eve, where I said, okay, I got to lose the weight.
Yeah.
And I got it, and I've been working out. I feel like I'm strong. I'm a strong guy because I lift weights. I do the jiu-jitsu. I just wasn't losing weight.
Yeah.
And finally, all the things I know, all the things I've seen you go through, and, Chief finally telling me, Steve, it's the food, man. You eat like shit. So about a week before New Year's Eve, I said, you know what? I'm not going to wait till New Year's Eve. Right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to be one of those that goes, well, at the new year, I'm going to change. Well, why not now?
Yeah.
So I have been eating much, much better, making much better decisions. I eliminated fried food. I eliminated most bread. I'm not going no bread.
Yeah.
I've eliminated most bread. And in the month that I've been doing it, I have lost about 8 pounds. So I'm really proud of myself. And I'm going to get abs before you. And I'm going to take myself to Croatia. Because I'm going to deserve it. But you know what? I got to say that once I made up my mind,
Yeah.
and now that I'm a month in, it has become very easy. At first it was hard.
Oh no, for me it's not. I still sneak in the pantry and eat Reese's peanut butter cups and chocolate left over from s'mores.
I had already started when we went to New York. And that was hard because I wanted that corner slice of pizza. I wanted to get the hot dog off the
street meat?
The street meat. And I just didn't. And for the first time, because I've tried this before.
Yeah.
Right. And I've succeeded before. When I met you, I was dieting.
Yeah, you were a medium when I met you.
I was in a medium shirt. Yeah. And so I've just made the decision that that's it.
Yeah.
No more eating bad. And I got to tell you, man, I've lost 8 pounds. I already feel amazing.
Yeah.
I feel lighter. I feel like
but that's men shed it so easily, and then like you get encouraged, right? Because you're like, oh, I'm losing the weight, so that encourages you to keep going. Women, I feel like it takes us so freaking hard. It's like so hard to lose 2 pounds. You're like, screw it, I might as well eat the donut.
No, but I understand what you're saying, but it really is. We've been together to dinner together several times. And I go through my old habits.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, man, you go to a nice dinner, they bring out the nice bread.
And
right?
it's warm.
It's warm with the salted crust and the perfectly spreadable butter. And dude, I would murder a loaf of that. Right? And now I'm not. So it makes me go, holy moly, like, damn, dude, I was eating before the appetizer, before the dinner, I was eating an entire freaking loaf of bread.
Yeah.
And now I'm not. And then, so when it comes to an appetizer, I'm like, okay, have an appetizer, but what is it going to be? Well, this time I'm choosing the salad, right? I'm not getting the fried calamari or the cheese sticks or the. So I'm starting to notice like, well, Steve, that's why you weren't losing weight.
Yeah.
I'm looking at your habits and the things that I was doing before, making better decisions, getting the grilled fish instead of the fried fish. I haven't had a French fry in a month when normally I'd murder a plate of French fries.
Yeah.
So it has really been.
Chick-fil-A French fries are so good.
But even when you went to Chick-fil-A the other day, what did I tell you to bring me?
You had me bring you just grilled nuggets, no fries.
That's it, man. But I've also noticed that I'm craving the fries. I'm craving the Chick-fil-A sandwich, right? The fried chicken.
Yeah.
I'm freaking craving it. As soon as I eat, that craving's completely gone. And then I'm so happy that I made that decision.
Yeah.
Now the opposite effect is I'm craving those French fries. I'm craving that chicken sandwich.
Yes.
Fuck it. I'm going to eat the chicken sandwich. I'm going to eat the fries. And then afterwards, I'm like...
You feel bad.
I feel bad.
You're in a carb coma.
Right. So I want to start sharing my journey because our friend Gina, Wilson's wife.
Yes.
She's a health coach. Is that right? She's a health coach.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start a detox with her. And she's going to walk me through a detox. But I want everybody to know out there, man, I'm so much happier. And I feel fast. I feel energetic. And I've only lost 8 pounds.
Yeah.
And I am probably realistically 40 pounds overweight still.
Yeah.
I am still 40 pounds
After
overweight.
the 8 pounds?
40 pounds overweight. So now we're talking about like perfect, ideal weight, 7% body fat, ideal weight.
Oh, that's crazy.
40 pounds.
You're not going to get down to 7% body fat. That's crazy.
Well, so that's why
That's like athlete.
I am an athlete.
But no, that's like professional athlete.
I'm a professional athlete.
Okay, Steve.
So, had I not chosen comedy, I probably would have played pro baseball.
You can show everyone on Patreon.
And now that I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I probably would have been a pro fighter or a pro baseball player. But I chose comedy, and for that, you guys are welcome. But you would have enjoyed my athleticism as well. But
all they get is your calves.
So my goal is, okay, I'm 40 pounds overweight. I want to lose 30.
Uh-huh.
And just, I also realized that there is nothing wrong with cheating, right?
Yeah.
On your food, if you're aware, right?
Yeah.
So Sunday I had the guys over. We all, excuse me for 1 second, take over. This is important.
You say it's okay to cheat. Yes, it's okay to cheat. It's just my problem as a human being. If I cheat and have 1 Reese's peanut butter cup, I end up having 3 Reese's peanut butter cups.
So that's what I'm going to talk about.
So I'm just better off if I don't even open Pandora's box.
So that's exactly what I'm going to talk about. So, hold on.
Was that your stomach or mine? Speaking of food, someone's stomach just growled really loud.
So Sunday, I had all the snacks for the guys, right? Because we were playing poker in the barn, and I was just more aware. And I was like, okay, I want the peanut butter pretzels, and I want some M&Ms. So I took a cup and I filled it a third of the way with M&Ms and pretzels, and I told myself, that's all you're getting.
Yeah.
But the next day, I was like, okay, the next day, because I ate that, I'm going to really chill out.
Yeah.
So the next day I had 2 servings of grilled chicken.
Uh-huh.
And then in the evening yesterday, all I had was a protein bar and a fruit bar. And a little loaf of cheese, and that was it.
Yeah.
Because in my head, I'm like, okay, you had the M&Ms, you had the peanut butter, right? I'm going to adjust. So God willing, I'm over here talking shit. I hope I can keep it up. But I feel for the first time in a very long time when it comes to, and it's not dieting. That's what you realize too, is it's not that I'm on a diet. I need to make a lifestyle change.
Yeah, everyone says that. It's the choices.
I need to make better choices and go, okay, you've been doing great for a month.
Yeah.
Have a slice of pizza. There's nothing wrong with having a slice of pizza as a treat, right? As a, hey, I know I'm going to have a slice of pizza right now. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about it. And hopefully you guys will join me on the journey because it is very, very exciting. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
And I think you should join me.
I mean, I do, sort of. I like go in the pantry and I'll sneak chocolate. Like when I saw the M&Ms, I was like, why the hell did he buy those M&Ms? Because now every time I pass by the M&Ms, I stick my hand in the M&Ms and eat.
But that's on you.
I just don't I can't have it in the house. I can't open it.
No,
at
look,
all.
I don't disagree with you, but for me, and I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I've talked about it on this, but I really got into my brain. I really did the self-hypnosis and making myself make the decision that that's it. I'm not eating bad anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just not doing it. And for this past month, I got to say, I'm not missing it. I'm not missing eating bad. I'm not, and before I would go 2 weeks and be like, oh, okay, well, fuck it. Right. All right. Well, I'm going to have that. And then it was off the wagon again. Like you said.
That's me. Yeah.
Or it was like, ooh, there's M&Ms there. You know what? Screw it. Right.
Yeah.
And this time I'm like, you know what, man, I think you have to make that mental switch in your head that, that's it.
I also don't want to be that person in like the restaurant or in a social situation that is like, oh no, I don't eat that. And do you have this? And can I have it like this, but not like this? And like, I can't eat there. Like, let's eat someplace else.
I still had the steak.
Yeah.
Steak's fine. I still had the steak. I did a salad instead of French fries.
Yeah.
We did the Brussels sprouts.
Yeah.
We went to go eat at Cooper's Barbecue, which is my favorite barbecue here in New Braunfels.
Mm-hmm.
We went to eat there, and Frank was with us, so he wanted to taste everything. We got mac and cheese, we got all this other stuff, and he got potato salad. I didn't touch it. I had a little bit of brisket, I had the beans, and my drink, and I was good. So it's not, nobody's saying you, again, dieting is all these things are gone. Eating better is just making better choices.
Yeah.
Or, okay, you're going to have the mac and cheese. Have a couple spoonfuls. Don't eat the whole freaking tub of it.
Yeah.
So that for me too is that mental like, it's not that I can't eat, but my problem is that, I love fried oysters, right? So if I see them on the menu, I'm like, I got to have them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, fried oysters comes with fried French fries. I got to have the fried French fries, and the hush puppy. Well, now it's like, well, don't even consider the fried food anymore.
Yeah.
Because we already know that's bad for you.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'll do the grilled fish. So I'm still eating.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying. And I think that you need to get over that mental hump.
I do. I need to care enough about it. But if you're going to Croatia, I'm going with you, so.
Not if you don't have abs. My shit's going to be tight, homie. So right now, my goal is to get to Easter.
Easter.
My reward will be at Easter. I will then have a cheat day on Easter Sunday.
You're not going to have a cheat day till Easter Sunday?
That's right.
Damn. Okay.
So I'm going to eat good. I'm going to eat. And that's another thing. Like, we had our friends at Los Fontanas cater my poker game. And it was Mexican food.
Yes.
And no queso for me. And I didn't eat a ton of chips. I grabbed 3 or 4 chips, a little salsa, and ate that, and that was it.
Okay. I'm scared to say I'll commit with you till no cheat days till Easter, but that just seems so unrealistic for me. I'm like baby steps.
But that's on you.
Then we got to throw out the M&Ms. We got to throw out the Reese's peanut butter cups.
You don't have
out
to.
Of the house.
It's being aware. Have a Reese's peanut butter cup.
But you just said no cheat days. That's a cheat day. That's a cheat food.
Being aware. I'm not telling you. No, when I say
I'm aware.
No.
I'm eating this Reese's peanut butter cup.
No,
and
what
it's
I'm
bad.
saying is that when it comes
cheating?
to cheat day, I'm not talking about I can't have a snack till Easter. I'm not saying that I can't have a Reese's peanut butter till Easter. I'm saying that it's one Reese's peanut butter cup, being aware, and going back to eating right.
So then what counts as like a cheat day?
I'm saying Easter Sunday is like, I want a slice of pizza. I want freaking potato salad.
Binge.
I want French fries.
You're gonna binge out.
Yes, I'm going to go for all the carbs and all the things that I shouldn't be eating. right? I'm going to have 4 Reese's peanut butter cups instead of just one.
Yeah.
That's
You're
all
gonna
I'm
have the
saying.
chocolate bunny?
That's all I'm saying. So, look, I'm not saying today that it's, never say never, but I'm going to do my best.
Yeah.
And I think if you join me,
Okay. Okay.
see or no?
Okay.
No, you don't have to.
No, I want to say it with like tears. I didn't know you were going to present this to me today. Can I like binge to? No, I'm kidding.
No,
No,
but-
I don't feel the need to binge. It's really
I'll
hard
tell you
for
what.
me not to cheat.
I need you to mentally get in that space. And then next week when we get on here, honestly, give me a real decision. Don't make the decision right now. But if you don't want to, that's okay.
No, I feel like if you're going to do it, it's easier if we do it together. It's harder when one partner is trying to be really healthy and the other is not, especially like in our fast-paced life situations. If we are both committed to, no, we're not going to go to the shitty fast food place. We're going to go to the fast food place that has a decent option. It's easier if we're both doing it for sure.
Well, and like, and not to be judgy, but when we would go to dinner, I'd be like, what's Renae getting? Like, I'm watching you.
I got the Conic dinner. I got the thing with the lowest calorie
And
count.
I'm like, oh, don't do that one. Don't do that. Like, but we were off. I was off this weekend that just went by. And I don't know where. So when I say off, it means not on the road.
Yes.
We still work like crazy all week. Rick and Gigi came over. We did an amazing photo shoot.
Yeah.
And I don't want to tell you, I'm not allowed to tell you guys what it's about, but it's really exciting and a great thing for my career.
How long
So,
before we can talk about it?
I don't know.
Because someone was like, would you quit teasing it and just tell us
I know
already?
they're supposed to make an announcement. And just so everybody knows, like, it's not like, it is something in the industry that's going to help me out.
Yeah.
And a lot of you guys might not even know what I'm doing, what I'm doing it for, but because I've got invited to do this thing, it is big for my career.
Yeah.
So we're very excited about it. So it's not that I took off. I just took off of the road.
Yeah.
We were still working all week.
You weren't traveling doing shows.
Well, and it was really cool because our neighbors came over and they were like, "Hey, you're off on a Saturday. Let's go out tonight."
Yes.
And
And
we're like-
we didn't even think about it. Like,
Okay, right? So let's
Yeah.
go. So we worked all day. Rick and Gigi came over, which was freaking awesome. We got to hang out with them, their kids. We had a lot of fun, I thought.
Yeah.
Rick's probably not going to answer, but we had a lot of fun, I thought. And then, we ended up going out. Man, we had fun. We went to a restaurant. And by the way, I avoid Austin. I don't go to Austin. And I usually like to go to San Antonio over Austin. And as a young man, I partied a lot in Austin. 6th Street, 5th Street, the Warehouse District. I mean, I was there all the time. And if you've ever been to 6th Street, what people don't know is every night they block off all of 6th Street because that's how many people.
you can drive it during the day, but you can't at night.
Not at night because there's so many people in the streets that they just said, all right, because it's just bar after bar after bar
Yeah.
after bar, And I hadn't been there in a million years.
I don't think I'd been there since my 21st birthday, actually.
Oh yeah, me and
I
you
think
partied
that's
together.
the last time I was on 6th Street.
Well, and we didn't realize that we were actually on 6th Street.
I think you're going to say, we didn't realize we were old.
No, well, yeah, well, there's that too. But we went to a place called Eddie V's, which is downtown. Man, we had a great dinner with our friends. A lot in common, a lot of us, a lot in common with them.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, we're like, well, let's have one more drink.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go have one more drink. So
We weren't quite ready to call it a night.
yeah, we're all having a good time. We had some wine at dinner. We had a little bit of whiskey. We're feeling good. All right, well, let's go have a drink. So we turned the corner and it was like, oh shit, we're on 6th Street,
Yeah.
right? So we walk into this bar. There's 2 people in there, 3.
Yeah.
We sit down. We go to the restroom.
I asked, I was like, is there a restroom? And she's like, I don't know if it's open. She's like, this is our first day back open.
Yeah, literally the bar was like, we
Yeah.
just opened up for the first time, So we're like, all right, so we have a drink there, and again, I'm like, hey guys, what are we doing?
Yeah.
And it was like, well, I'm up
We're
for
like,
it.
let's go check out another spot.
So, because when I worked at the Addison Improv in Dallas, Texas, across the hall was not Sing Sing, that's Carl Bailey's place. Pete's Piano Bar, Pete's Dueling Piano Bar. And I love that place. And I go, you know what? There's a Pete's, which by the way, I had not partied on 6th Street in 20 years.
Uh-huh.
It hadn't changed.
Really?
The bars were the same. Like, I knew exactly where to go. Like, yeah.
I mean, I was really drunk on my 21st birthday, so I don't remember a lot of the night.
And I felt like it was beer fest. Like, I'm like, I know where to go. Just get me drunk. Like, if I'm drunk, I'll tell you where everything's at, right? I need to be wasted, right? So we walk into Pete's Piano Bar, and it was jumping.
It was a good time.
Well, and we're lucky because Austin has so many talented musicians. So, I mean, these dudes at the pianos, I got to throw them a shout out, man. These guys,
they're great.
were not only great, they were awesome.
Yeah.
So we're into it, man.
And there's like a sax on the wall and a fiddle on the wall and like all kinds of instruments. They just take off and play.
We grab a drink, which was funny because me and Chris are down there and you girls are like, we're going to the restroom. Restroom's upstairs. You guys never come back.
Because we found prime seating, like right on the balcony, right in front of the stage.
But here's how genius Chris was. He goes, Peggy found a spot. Right?
He knew?
He knew. Yeah. So we go up and man, we're just having a great time having drinks. And then all of a sudden, this girl is just staring at Renae.
No, she spotted you. She spotted you and she give you one of these? She gave you one of these.
She gave me like a look and I'm like, oh man, I
was like, oh, she's a Steve Trevino fan.
She's probably a fan, and she comes over, she walks straight at me and she pushes me aside.
And she came to me. Do you know what she said to me? No, what she said to me was out of respect, she's like, I should give you a hug first.
Yes, I remember
instead
that.
of like a random fan just like putting all their arms and everything else around you.
She wasn't a fan.
Well, that's what I thought was going on.
She was hitting on you. She not only was she hitting on Renae, she was obsessed with Renae. And she'd come over to me and she'd be like, take care of your girl.
She came over to me, she goes, do I need to rescue you? I said, no.
And she kept going. She kept coming up to me with all due respect. She'd bite her lip. Your wife is so beautiful. She's so beautiful, and I love it, man. I'm laughing, and then our friends are like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Hey, Renee's about to hook up."
I just thought it was awesome because I swore
scissor time tonight.
I swore she was a Steve Trevino fan when she goes like that to you.
But she was like obsessed with you.
She was cute.
And she was like, I mean, it was so funny to watch. And she just kept coming up to me going, take care of your girl, And then at one point I was posting something on my thing and she goes, oh, focus on your girl. Focus on your girl, not your phone. But it was so funny to me to see this girl just like, I mean, and all her friends. And she came up to me, she goes, you're lucky that I like her because my friends like her too, and they're not nice like me. And I was like, yeah, I think we are lucky. But we finally got home, and then, of course, we're like, okay, more drinks, because we're neighbors.
Yeah.
We all got home together. More drinks. And then Renae.
I said, it's time to go home, or you're going to have to carry me home. I was like falling asleep. I don't even know what time it was at that point. But you could chat all night long. You could chat all night long, and I can't.
Well, no,
I got to hit the hay at some point.
the problem with me, and I have to be very aware of it. I come from an alcoholic family.
Yeah.
So the dangerous thing about me, number one, I don't get hangovers. Number two, I can drink forever.
You can drink forever.
Not only can I drink forever, I don't get hangovers. So it's just such a bad, there's no consequences.
Yeah.
So it's just such a bad, most people, they drink, they feel like shit the next day. They go, I'm not doing that again.
At least for a while.
Right. And when you have my blood, you drink a lot.
Yeah.
You wake up, you feel fine, and then screw it, I'll drink again. And then that leads to alcoholism. And because I have lost several family members to alcoholism, I try to be very aware of that. And we woke up Sunday and football was on and all the guys were having drinks, rightfully so. They work all week. I did not, because it has to stop.
Yeah.
And you have to go, hey man, I don't want to get into a habit of drinking Friday night, waking up, drinking all day, or Saturday night, waking up, drinking all day Sunday.
Yeah.
And then going, well, you know what? Monday I'll have a drink too. And then
I mean, it's hard when you work in a comedy club, right? When you work in a bar.
But that's why I have my rules. You will not see me on stage with a drink Thursday. You won't see me on stage with a drink Friday. Second show Friday. At the end of my show, I will order a Crown on the Rocks.
Yeah.
And I will finish out the last 10 minutes with a drink.
Yeah.
And that's me rewarding myself.
Yeah.
You know, going, hey man, I worked all week. I've been busting my ass. Tomorrow I have nothing to do. I have zero responsibilities to my wife, to my kids. You know, I'll have a drink.
Yeah.
You know, so, and then Saturday, no drink. Wake up, and when I even wake up, I mean, I don't sleep Saturday night. I get home, you know. So it is one of those things that I try very hard to be aware that I come from alcoholics and to be careful as to, you know, my dad said something, and that guy always says shit that I'm like, where do you get that? Like dadisms.
Uh-huh.
You know, Dad used to always say, you don't want to be an oak tree. You want to be a palm
Yes.
tree.
Yeah.
You know, because palm trees are tall and proud, but they flex. They're flexible. They can weather the storm.
Yeah.
They can weather a hurricane. You know, the oak tree stays strong and prideful and breaks, you know. But one of the things he said when it came to drinking was, he said, look, man, boys drink, men celebrate.
Yeah.
Because it's okay to celebrate a long, hard week of work. It's okay to celebrate a birthday, a wedding,
Yeah.
you know, not seeing a friend in a long time. It's okay to celebrate that. But little boys drink every day.
Yeah.
You know, and when I was younger, I'm like, fuck that, then I'm a little boy. But now as a man, I understand what he was saying.
Yeah.
You know. But what a wonderful weekend to be off. And I just want to thank our neighbors for offering to
Saying, hey, let's go to dinner. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah.
Right. And to be honest with you, I was like, man, I don't want to go out. I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah, I know. After the
home.
photo shoot, we were like in our sweatpants curled up on the couch for a little bit before we went back out.
But it did feel good to go out on a Saturday night, and I was not the entertainment.
Yeah.
You know, it was like, man, I'm going to go watch a show.
Yeah.
I'm going to have a drink with my wife.
Yeah. 6th Street
Right?
was quite the show.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, and then we left because we're about an hour from Austin, and we're like, all right, well, we do need to start heading home. So
Yeah.
about,
But when we're heading home, and that
Oh,
was
that's-
when like everyone
oh my God, dude,
up to get in the door.
we walked out of the bar, and if I didn't hear people go, oh my God, somebody's parents here. You're like somebody's looking for their daughter, right? It was like,
Yeah.
just the streets were jam packed, and we got out of there about 12:30, got home about 1:30.
Was it that early?
Well, but we got home by the time we got home it was already 1:30.
Yeah.
So it was a good weekend. And again, you know, I really want to know if Patreon is something that interests people for other stuff.
Yeah.
and bonus stuff.
I'd love to know too, because we've been talking, it's been like a discussion that pops up several times over a while now, and you were never really comfortable with it. So
And then just to get deep, and I'm doing it here at the end because it'll give Rick the option to edit or cut it out. But you know, I've been seeing so much of this, and I really been thinking about it, and I wanted to say something on the podcast.
Yeah.
I've been seeing so much with this attitude of, you know, well, we can't afford a house, right? That attitude, and the boomers had it easy, and you know this. You know, well, minimum wage, and you know, we're hearing it a lot, right? A lot, and I also did a little bit of research, not a lot, but a little bit. It also turns out that homes now that are being built are 1,000 square foot on average more than homes that were being built back in the day, and we see it all the time. You know, because me and you lived in Los Angeles, we rented several homes. You'd go in those homes and the closets were tiny,
Yeah.
right? Which also lets you know that people back then had less possessions,
Yeah.
right? Nowadays, the closets have become massive, right? Everybody
comparatively.
comparatively, you know, everybody wants that walk-in closet, right? That big closet. So I get frustrated when I hear those things because it's like, no, man. And I say it in my show, the American dream is not big houses. It's not big cars, fancy clothes. It's not boats and jet skis. The American dream is a promise that you can have a job, you can feed your family, and you can put a roof over their head. Now, is that food going to be gourmet food? That promise is not there for you. They didn't make that promise. They didn't make the promise that it's going to be steak and lobster. They didn't make that. That's not the promise.
Yeah.
They didn't say that the roof that you were going to have over your head is 2,500 square feet. But don't tell me that you cannot buy a home somewhere in America that if you work hard enough that you could move into and make it a home. And like I say in my act, I did not grow up in a big house, but my parents sure made it a home.
Yeah.
So then you have the argument that, well, Steve, minimum wage. And I get it, right? Minimum wage has not grown and I don't know how long. I understand that. However, if you take the attitude that my dad taught me, and the attitude was pride. If you show up to any job, I don't care what it is, but you show up and you are dressed nice and your shirt is tucked in and your uniform is clean and you do not show up on time, you show up early. And when you show up early, you have a smile on your face and you are willing to do all the things that need to get done and then some without asking somebody or without expecting somebody to tell you to do it. I assure you that you will not make minimum wage for long. I promise you that. You show up and you are tidy and you are clean and you are ready to work and you have a smile on your face and you show up early and you leave late. And by the way, when you do your job, you do it well. It's not sloppy. I promise you that employer, no matter who they are, will go, I need that person. And if I don't pay that person, somebody else is going to.
Yeah.
So then they will start paying you more. So this is America. You work hard, you do the right things, and you can have a home and you can have food in your belly. I assure you of that. And by the way, there's so many people that have that attitude. If you have the opposite attitude of what I'm talking about, you have no idea how your dreams can come true. I am Steve Trevino. This is my beautiful wife, Renae, a.k.a. Captain Evil. I hope you enjoyed this podcast, and thank you.